Hello, BRL Split One fans. This is BRL Blue Flag and Pogs back at again. After an off week, we're at Russia this week for the Russian Grand Prix at Sochi. Pogs, a little bit unfortunate luck for you in the Split 2 race, but tell us a little bit about this track and some of the challenges that it has.
Uh, from the races I've seen so far, the challenge really is just to get out of the first few corners here. Get out of the mess that'll be 3 and 4 wide on the start. Try to get away with no damage. Uh, and it looks like we're frozen. Oh no, we're gonna start. Yes, yes, blue flag. I'm excited. Uh, no, and just get away and get away cleanly. Find a nice gap. You shouldn't have too much trouble. There shouldn't be too many folks in the walls, and it's a pretty easy track to navigate once you get out of the first lap. So that would be my tip. Find your lane, get out clean, and get your pace, and finish. Make a good have a good race.
And it looks like we do have the Williams of EGC Sparky heading out to the track first. Some newcomers is coming into the league this week. We have Caspita and Sky Hot Wheel making their debuts this week. As we have Deer Hunter and I think I saw Jared. A few other drivers heading out on the grid. Ferrari Nuts heading out on track. But yeah, me and Fern heading on to the track first for flying laps, and the strategy today is going to be around the soft, medium, or medium to soft compound strategy. What do you personally think is faster, Pogs?
I think that the soft and medium worked just fine. In the race I actually finished, and the races that I watched, I think the soft and medium worked fine. Obviously, if you get into some trouble, it's nice to have that hard tire. The hard tire will last pretty much the whole race if you do get into some early trouble. So I think the preferred strategy is probably soft and medium, unless you have some type of ridiculous pace. Although you're going to definitely see some guys try to qualify on mediums, especially going 14 runners. So I do think you'll see some folks trying to qualify on the medium tires.
And of course, we have our usual suspects like last time out race winner Hugo, as well as Skeppy, who unfortunately had wheel technical difficulties, so couldn't race at Singapore. We also have title contenders of Chandler and Ham. And Taylor Clan not racing this week due to a race ban from the previous race with an incident with Maverick. So he won't be here this week. As we're going to go on board with EGC Sparky, he's on his hot lap into the second sector.
Oh, I forgot about Taylor Clan from the last race. I've never seen a man smack another man as hard and as violently in a league race as he did to
Oh, and
to
Sparky
Maverick.
loses it! Oh, wow. Great save by Sparky, though. However, that is going to ruin his qualifying lap. He doesn't seem to have any damage from it, which is good. But that is going to damage, I think it was Ferrari Nut's lap. So I think Ferrari Nut backed off from his lap on the medium compound tires. Let's see who else is on hot lap. So we got Chandler's currently on hot lap. He's heading towards the second sector, so we're gonna go on board with him. Chandler, I think personally he can wrap up the season quite soon. Actually, sort of like Sync, he can he has quite the gap. Let me check how big the gap is actually. But I do believe he has a big enough gap where he's going to close it out if he keeps it consistent within the next few races. And Ferrari Net goes fastest at 137.4, but Deer Hunter trumps that immediately with a 132.7, so great lap by Deer Hunter. And
Oh,
I stand corrected. The points gap between first and second in the championship, which is Chandler and Ham, it's only 43 points, and Alan Hugo is actually creeping up with 107 behind.
yeah, you know, if Hugo had raced more at the beginning of the season, that would have definitely made the championship a little closer here at the end. But he's putting out a good push. Jared's retired.
Oh, let's see what that's about. Let's see if we can find that on track. It looks like he might have wrecked. It's in sector 2, I believe, is what it's saying.
I watched Sparky after his accident go completely in reverse and go up the track in reverse all the way until he crossed one of the turns at the back end of the straight before pulling out back forward. It was kind of neat to watch. I like some good bullshit like that. So good on Sparky.
Oh, and it looks like Venom just spun it a little bit as he was on his flyer. As we're gonna take a lap on board with Caspido. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's just a really awkward last username. As he's coming to the final sector, let's see what time he can set. He is on the medium compound, so be in mind he is not going to be as fast as some of the soft runners. As he comes around the last corner, let's see what his lap time is going to be. It's going to be a 1:33.791, so it's going to be a pretty good lap for him. He's about a second off of his teammate Mean Fern.
Yeah, that's not a bad lap on the mediums right now. And as always, anybody have any questions, watch out in the Twitch chat. We'll be more than willing to answer them. Bullshit on anything you want to bullshit on. I haven't seen the Chandler Bossy in here yet. Candy King, I thought you'd checked in by now. I know you live for it. Come say hi.
He's actually not going to be here tonight. He's actually at a party with friends.
I don't believe it. That man lives for Chandler Bossy.
I didn't believe
He's gonna
it
check
either.
in. He's gonna check in at a party. I know. Let's bet. You want to make a bet? I will bet my qualifying session spot on it, since it's gonna be worse than yours next week. So it's a win-win for me. Either way, I'm gonna get the better qualifying spot. No takers, blue flag? Alright, fine. Back to the race.
And let's see where Sky Hot Wheels is. He had a 133.976 is his first medium flying lap. So pretty good lap for him. He's beginning his BRO career.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit. It's a guy I'm actually, familiar with. We were talking a little bit before the race. He does have some really good pace, but he has really a hard time not playing Demolition Derby with his car. So he will get into some trouble. Kind of reminds me of like Ferrari Nut and Boss Cookie, where they both have some pace, but they tend to get into some trouble. So we'll kind of see how it plays out the rest of the year, or the rest of the season.
So Alan Hugo heading towards the third sector now as he's going to get ready for his second flying lap of the session. It looks like Chandler's already started his flyer. So interesting fact on time trial, Chandler actually has the world record for Russia.
Of course he does. Oh, good on him. That's great. If he can, you know, start up front and not get into any problems, he could, you know, really could run away with this race again, like we've seen a few times this year.
Yeah, most definitely he has. Oh, he gets a little bit loose. But as I was saying, he's been very, very consistent with his performances this year. Some very, very dominant performances like we saw, and I think Azerbaijan, especially, I think was one of them where he just, right when he found his groove, he was gone. As he gets a little bit of lock up there, is that gonna harm his lap at all? As he's coming to the final little bit of the final few corners of this challenging third sector. And we have a yellow in sector 2, if you want to go see what that's about, Pogs. Probably just a car slowing down as it's gonna be a 131.269, so he's not gonna improve. Let's see what Hugo can do. As he's backed off actually.
I think that was Kespada.
Let's see if we can catch anybody on their hot lap. Currently, it looks like Hamden's going to be crossing the line to begin his second flying lap of the evening. Let's definitely see what he can do. As he's coming down to the first chicane. It's kind of really tricky to, really easy to get your corner cutting penalty there, because that left-hand side is very strict. He's going to stay close on the carousel, run wide into this turn. He's going to head into the second sector. What's it going to be? How far is he going to be? He's going to be 2/10 up, so... 2/10 up on his personal, so it looks like he is going to improve this lap if he can still keep it clean. He runs a little bit wide there. But Ham definitely looking good as we come to the second sector 2 split. Let's see where he is. Almost there. He is 2/10 up still, so can he push into this final sector to have to overtake Hugo when it comes to the grid slots, which would be huge for Ham, who still has not won a race this year. As he's coming down to the penultimate corner of the racetrack, taking a very nice clean line through as he comes down to the final corner. What's it going to be for Ham? It's going to be a 132.762, so it's going to be 2 hundredths of a second slower than his personal best.
Yeah, he must have really had some trouble there with that third sector.
Mean Fern coming through the back straight. Let's see what his sector 2 split time is. He's coming towards the beginning of sector 3. He's going to be 0.003 up, so let's see if he can make anything of it coming into the final sector. He's coming down to the penultimate corner. He's going to stay 2 wheels off the track. You are allowed to do that in F1 as he's coming down to the final corner. What's it going to be when he crosses the line? It's going to be 0.087, so it looks like they're kind of slowing down when it comes to the final sector. Sparky's on a flyer with some soft compound tires on, as that is Boss Cookie jumping up to 4th position in the standings with 132.0. So Sparky he's 2/10 up on his personal best right now. But about 5th to about 10th is so close right now.
So Blue Flag, we have a question in the Twitch chat from
Okay.
He got F184. He wanted to know who we had for some underdog picks this week. Rhodes checked in and said, I believe he said Deer and Skeppy were his picks. You got any underdogs that you think might have a chance to compete today?
Definitely Ferrari. Now you can never count him out. Considering he is fourth in a championship. Don't count out Formula Rager too. He's only about 2/10 slower than Ferrari now, so he's definitely looking good. Mean Fern as well after a tricky performance last week where he ran 2-2 wings around Singapore. And if you know about setups at Singapore, you know 2-2 wings at Singapore is not the greatest idea. And maybe we'll see an underdog performance from one of our newcomers of Caspita and Sky. Definitely see what they can do. As we're on board with Caspita now, as he's coming to the second sector on his flying lap. He is the only one out at this time. Well, Sky, our only two new people are the only ones out on track right now. As I think everybody else is starting to wait for that golden period where the track has its most grip and you have the least amount of time to get around. So looks like he is 6/10 up on his personal best right now, so he's definitely looking good coming into the third sector, and he runs wide a little bit. He's gonna have to slow down, and he abandons that lap time. So, and as you can see, Formula Rager and Ferrari now starting to head out into the pits. BRL Skeppy heading out of the pits as well as he gets begin his outlap. Alan Hugo begins his outlap. Chandler, Ham's heading out. See who else we have. Sparky's out, Deer's out. Sky's about to begin his hot lap, so it means he's gonna have traffic coming on his hot lap as he's on the soft compound. So he's kicking into hot lap mode as he's going across the main street. He's come down to the first chicane. Make sure not to lock up here and take it in nice and earlier than what do you expect. Nice line by Sky here as he's coming down to, I think this is what, like turn 4? As he's getting yellow sector 1 and 2 because of the slow drivers ahead trying to warm up their tires as much as possible. So can he get around them without slowing down because of them? And let's see. Oh, I did not catch a split time as we're gonna, yep, and okay, it looks like Chandler was out of the way. Chandler retires from the session. So I guess Chandler realized he couldn't make the lap in time and decided to abandon. So Chandler is going to hope and pray to God that a 131.2 will get him pole for today. As we're coming to the split time for Sky, what's it going to be? He's going to be 6/10 up, so he's definitely looking good. Now, is he going to make the same mistake as Casper did at run wide? No, he is not. So, coming down to the on free court, he is really wide there, Sky. Great save by him, of course. And coming down to the penultimate corner, what's it gonna be? Is he's heading to the short final corner, but he's getting blocked slightly.
Oh my God!
And he's crashed out. He's crashed out. That was Ham. That was in the middle of the corner. But we're gonna go on board with Alan Hugo now, who is .006 up. Can he go steal pole from Chandler, who did have to retire because he knew he couldn't make a lap around? But Sky crashing out.
Oh man!
Wow, that was definitely would probably take some reviewing afterwards to see if Ham did in fact impede Sky or Sky just had a moment of error. As we're going to see what Alan Hugo's Sector 2 split time, he's .043 down on Chandler's fastest. And Sparky's been disqualified. So he's going to start dead last, I believe. Because I believe it right. Yep. It wipes out your lap time.
Doing over there. I mean, he was just having a good time. Driving the car around.
You can't blame
Rager.
From a Rager.
Tired.
Let's see what Hugo does. Is he going to get pole? He is, but it's not going to be valid. So, can Ham do something? And he's in the final sector. He is 3/10 up. Oh, if he can nail this final sector, he has pole. Coming down to penultimate corner. What's it gonna be for him? Meanfern's up to 4th. And it's still gonna be 3rd place for Ham. And that's gonna be qualifying. So Chandler's gonna be on pole with Hugo 2nd. And Ham Newton 3rd.
Yeah, there was a lot of nonsense there in the last everybody's last run. There was crashes. We had the Ham and Sky incident. I mean, that was an absolute mess. I'm glad to see it didn't seem to affect anybody too much lap time. Other than the folks that actually crashed out. But yeah, the end of qualifying there was kind of a mess, Blue Flag.
It most definitely was. But, so, we're gonna go down our grid. So Chandler's gonna take pole, followed by Hugo, Ham, Meanfern, Deer Hunter, very good with 5th. Boss Cookie in 6th, Skeppy in 7th, Ferrarina in 8th, Caspada in 9th, Formula Rager in 10th, Sky in 11th, Venom, Jared, and Sparky all at the bottom.
So we have Sky checking in on Twitch. Sky said he invalidated the last corner trying to avoid Ham and wreck the car. I mean, we definitely saw him wreck that damn car. Yeah, I mean, Ham was, I wonder if Ham, because he's on the controller, was just, having troubles getting all of the settings, changes the ERS, which he does have trouble doing on that controller, like just getting set up, So I wonder if that's what took him a little extra time. Also, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're going to have to make a call on it later. I assume Ham probably didn't realize, because there was only 2 cars that were out, really out on track, putting in laps at the time. So he probably didn't even think that there was going to be a guy on a lap behind him. And that's real unfortunate for Sky. So we'll kind of see how they play it out here after the race and how they call that.
Most definitely, as we're going to be taking a slight break, getting ready for the grid to form up.
No breaks today, Blue Flag. We're going right into it.
Oh yeah, full send.
Everybody's just pumped for Russia. Everybody wants to see the carnage and during the first straight. 5, 6, 8. We got 14 cars. Maybe we'll go 14 wide today. We'll find out.
Oh, 14 wide. Yep. Yes, sir.
We'll see. It might happen. So, Blue Flag, who's your pick today? Who is the man that will be winning this race?
I'm gonna have to go Hugo.
I was also gonna go Hugo. I think it looked like he had good pace. He invalidated there at the end. Who's your surprise podium pick for today?
Deer.
Deer Hunter?
He said he's been practicing here like crazy.
Man, I also was gonna go Deer because I think this is Deer's favorite track to race on throughout the entire calendar, if I remember correctly. So I think we're in agreement. Hugo is going to be our pick for winner, and Deer's going to be our sleeper pick for today. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, anything can happen if there's a mess going on here. What I've noticed from some of the races I've watched, definitely the varying. If people are getting off the line at different points on this track, that it really does become a mess. I mean, you will see 3 or 4 wide coming down that first straight, and off into that first bend there. You're going to see 3 or 4 wide if there's varying, times with people getting off the line.
Most
Well, I wish.
definitely, and hello to our 16 viewers now. We're doing pretty good now. I still remember when we struggled for 3 or 4 and we got excited. But 16, thank you guys for coming out. Watching Split 1 Russia as we're getting ready to go underway as the grid's starting to form up for the Russian Grand Prix. So the final car is just gridding up now. Alright, here we go. The lights are getting ready to come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're away for the Russian GP. Chandler gets a really good start, so does Hugo. It looks like Chandler's going to be holding it off. Nobody's making the dumb move of going 3 wide. We do see a lot of 2 wide, but relatively clean from Split 1. Wow.
There's some 3 wide. There's a little bit of,
Skeppy loses the end plate. Damage for Skeppy. Oh, they're going 3 wide around the carousel.
Oh.
2 rows of 3.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is. Big accident. 4 cars involved.
Sky, Skeppy, Boss Cookie, Sparky, and Venom all involved in that incident. Wow. So we had 2 rows of Hugo went in between all of that. Hugo went into the lead. So I don't know what's happening. Today's crazy.
I mean, that's what I was afraid of, I mean, it's just, for some reason, it is really difficult to get out of those first few turns here in Russia. Every race I've seen has been a lot of
Hugo runs a little bit wide. Chandler's going to close that up. But yeah, like you were saying, the contact.
Well, we'll see who has damage and who doesn't. We'll see the first round of pit coming in right now.
And the Russian train, I like to call it, has begun to form, with Hugo leading Chandler, who is followed behind by Ham, Meanfern, Deer Hunter, Jared, who is up 7 places already, Rager, Ferrari Nut, Caspita, Sky, Boss Cookie, Venom, Skeppy, and Sparky both pit, so they probably had the most damage.
Yeah, that's interesting. I thought there was definitely going to be more damage, and more folks pitting here at the beginning of this race after all the action we had at the beginning. So glad to see only a couple of folks can't run. I'm sure there's more damage across the grid. So yeah, you have Hugo moving up into first. On the opening lap, you have DRC Jared up 7 spots. From 13th to 6th.
He does not surprise me. There's something up with these Kiwis and these Aussies. I don't know what they're drinking or what environment they live in, but they are just quick human beings. As we're going to go on board with Chandler, as he's going to try and chase down Alan Hugo. All that Chandler can see is husky chocolate rear wing, and all Alan can see is a pink flamingo chasing him down. Coming on the lap 3 now, so DRS.
Oh, back at you.
So it looks like DRS is going to be active this time around. Chandler has DRS. So does Ham has DRS. Can Chandler go for a move? No, he's going to back out of it.
Deer's up.
Venom makes a move on Sky.
Frank going to come around the inside of him, yeah. Deer made a move, but he won't be able to hold it up, I think.
Oh, Deer's taking that second. Who's going to get the better run? Here comes DRC Jared while doing that, and Meanford's going to stay ahead. But DRC Jared just sitting there waiting.
Jared's got plenty of ERS saved up, too. He's just letting them battle, and he's going to go for a run. That's a hell of a 2 laps for him.
Boss Cookie has a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's another thing you have to worry about here is the corner cutting.
Ooh, the view from Jared, you can really see this battle between Meanford. Oh! Jared got in the back
Oh,
of
and there
Meanford.
goes Meanford.
Jared got into the back of Meanford. Just wrecked the shit out of him.
And it looks like Jared does not have damage.
Oh,
he doesn't have damage. Wow. So Chaos already. Venom making his way past Meanfern, who definitely has damage, so he's definitely going to be pitting right here. He's going to move into the pit lane. Yep, and there he goes into the pits. Sky also going into the pits. Yep, looks like Sky got that damage on the first lap incident. As Skeppy and Sparky are going to start battling it out.
Yeah, you're going to see... I'd assume you're going to see Meanfern and Sky both on hards. You got Meanfern on hards, and you got Sky with a wind change. Oh, they both have wind changes, and they're both on hards.
So the thing with that is, you can take those to the end now.
Yeah, definitely.
And Jared all over the back of Deer Hunter now as he's making his making his bid for 4th. As he wants to catch up to Chandler, who's... I have not been paying attention to the top 3 because all of a sudden he goes in 3rd, Ham's in 2nd, and Chandler's leading again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's action there's action all across the grid right now.
And Deer and Jared are side by side, and there goes Jared. So Jared's up into 4th. So the usual suspects back into their place where they usually are.
Yeah. And Jared has had a hell of a run up 9 spots here.
Oh, Hugo gets loose a little bit. Ham loses an inplate. Ham just lost an inplate.
Oh, did too. Yeah.
So
it'll be
Hugo's
interesting to see. Sorry, it'll be interesting to see if they tag Jared with any sort of penalty for running off Meanfern post race. It's unfortunate because he just didn't have to do it. I don't think it wasn't intentional at all, but just didn't have to do it. So,
Ham picks up a time penalty
for those hards, or risk losing.
Or he could just play it off.
He's already struggling bad. He went off without control and picked up a 3-second time penalty. I mean, he's gonna have to come in the pits. I think he's got to know that. He's just
and considering Jared and Deer Hunter are catching him, I think you are correct. He is probably gonna have to stop, as Hugo's gonna try and catch back up to Chandler, as he's gonna want to fight as hard as he can for that P1 position before the first round of pit stops. Well, the only round of pit stops, I should say.
Yeah, Hugo just needs to focus on getting into DRS, back in, and staying there. If he can just kind of comfortably, hang with Chandler for a few laps instead of letting him open up a gap, that's ideally what he's going to need to do. And
Hugo gets a little bit loose. Yep, he got loose coming out of that turn. That means his tires are going to be a little bit warm. And Skeppy gets another 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Ham's stuck out there. It's allowing Jared. Jared will be able to make a move on Ham here very shortly. There was a pisslet of penalties just racked up. I think I just saw 3 or 4 scroll across. Boss Cookie just picked up 2 3-second time penalties in less than a lap. battling Rager in the back of the field here.
So it does look like the top four are kind of beginning to space out. Oh, and there goes Ham into the pits. So Ham pitting for... Oh, and Hugo gets a time penalty. But Dio's gonna inherit 4th place now.
Yeah.
So Dio up in the 4th place.
I think
And
that's
Caspita up to 5th.
I think that's a lap too late for him here. Well, it looks like Ham did go on the medium, so that's probably why he did that. He's gonna try to stretch the mediums to 20 laps.
I do not know, maybe. It would definitely be a big stretch, though.
Boss Cookie. I gotta take a look. I have to take a look. What lap are we on?
Count how
7?
many seconds he's at. Oh, he gets super loose coming out of that turn. But goes back straight. He's gonna get loose again. Yep, there he goes. I think he is pushing like a madman right now. How many seconds does he have, Mr.?
Oh, I'm pulling it up right now. Boss Cookie has 12 seconds in penalties on through lap 7.
That's more than one a lap.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. He had to have had some damage, or those tires were gone, or something had to have happened to him. That is an absolute ton of penalties for him to pick up.
You see any interesting I think I see DRC Jared gaining on Alan Hugo.
Yeah, that's what I'm following along with right now as well. He's definitely closing the gap here.
Oh, he power steered through that little turn, it looked like. And there goes the time penalty. So, alright chat, time for a little game. Name 3 drivers who you think will not get a penalty this entire race.
Oh, Hugo's off!
Oh!
Hugo is off. Yeah, Hugo is struggling mightily right now.
I think Hugo's gonna dive into the pits this lap. No, he's still going.
Yeah, that's incredible. Jared is up 11 spots into 2nd place now. Sparky with the 275 LB.
Oh, Hugo is struggling with those tires now. You can see it when he's cornering.
It's bad too. I mean, he really,
Somebody who we haven't talked about that's doing really good. Oh, yellow sector 2.
Trying to check it out.
What is going on?
I don't see anything.
Oh, it is B-Roll Skeppy. He is off the course.
Skeppy. Yep, Skeppy out.
And he is missing his wing. He's just got lapped by his teammate.
Yeah, that's not a great start for
Yellow
Skeppy.
sector 2.
I still think
Oh,
that's
Caspita!
Skeppy.
It's Caspita! I guess he
Ooh.
spun or something?
Yeah, you have Rager and Venom.
Yep, he has wing damage.
Oh, yeah.
And yellow sector 3 now, that
Oh,
might be
we got some
Skeppy
action
again.
now.
What in the world is
Venom
happening?
just passed Rager as well.
Oh, Chandler's into the pits. So Jared's into the lead. Chandler's in the pits. Skeppy, 5-second penalty for being in the pit lane. Whew. Chandler coming out of the pits now. Skeppy's out of the race. He's retired. Didn't expect much more. Looks like Caspa's into the pits for a wing change.
Yeah,
Oh, Hugo's still pushing the car.
The top 5 are the ones that have not pitted yet. You have Venom on the medium tires, which might not. Venom might sneak his way into another good strategy sort of race. He had done
He's got
that
wizard powers.
Yeah, he had done that. I forget was the last race or the race before, and he beautifully managed a strategy to get himself up there. So his strategic nature is really helping him on track. It'll be interesting. I think Jared, Hugo, Deer Hunter, and Rager are all on soft tires. So it'll be interesting to see. And there goes Deer. And here comes Rager as well.
Yep, so it looks like the only 2 soft runners left are going to be Hugo and Jared, and that's just because they have the big enough lead. But they have to remember the undercut.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised Hugo hasn't come in with how much he's been struggling on these tires.
So who surprised you the most so far this race?
You know, I mean, obviously, you know, you gotta look at Jared. I mean, he is an extremely fast runner, but I don't even know if he thought he was gonna make up that much time or that many positions that quickly. We have yellow sector 1 and 2.
It's Boss Cookie. Boss Cookie spun or something.
Boss Cookie is not.
They're still. Jared and Hugo is still not pitted. What in the world?
Hugo is up, or Jared is up 12 spots right now. It's just mind blowing.
Looks like we have a battle for 7th, well 8th technically. It's Formula Rager, Ferrari Nut, and Boss Cookie.
Yeah, Ferrari Nut and Boss Cookie always seem to be together. They driving the same cars. You always see the 2 red cars near each other together, battling. Like, it's almost a given.
Well, Ferrari Nut's battling a Ferrari while he's not in a Ferrari. His Boss Cookie's just going to let both of them by.
Yes.
And Boss Cookie gets another time penalty. All right, let's focus our attention to Jared. Are they gonna pit this lap? Let's see. Yep, green wrench. So it looks like Jared and Hugo are probably gonna be pitting this lap. Let's see if they do. So yes, Boss Cookie's up to 15 seconds on penalties. As he's going, yep, there goes Jared, and there goes Hugo into the pits. Go our two race leaders. That means, can Chandler get around quick enough? I think he is gonna undercut the hell out of them.
Yeah, what looks maybe like 3 or 4 seconds right now on Jared. Is that right? I mean, I guess
Something
we'll
like
find
that.
out. Yeah.
So Jared, oh, wait a minute. It almost looked like, yep, there they go. So Chandler, huge undercut. 4 seconds, or 5 seconds on Jared, the undercut. But that undercut was about 4 or 5 laps.
Yeah.
Looks like we have a battle for 7 still. Rager's gonna kick it up into medium. He's got a really good run on Ferrari Nut. Like he's standing still. Goodbye down the inside into turn 2. He's got. Oh, he runs wide.
It does.
Technically, if that was real F1, he'd have to go to the left of that bollard. Hugo gets a time penalty.
Yeah, I think that's Hugo's second one now. The time penalties are definitely going to matter at the end of this race. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Yeah.
So Rager has 4-lap newer tires than Ferrari Nut.
And you got to be worried about Ham's tire situation on these mediums.
6 laps old. Deere has 4-lap newer tires than him, so he's definitely going to be. He is pushing. I can see him in overtake.
Yeah, he's going to try to close this gap.
He's definitely want to catch up. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Deere has a penalty yet, if I'm correct. So that should make a difference.
I do not think so either.
Yeah. So, what lap do we think Venom's coming in on now? He's the only one out there on medium, so Jared picks up a 3-second time penalty. So I think he has 6 seconds, and Hugo has 6 seconds.
I'm thinking around the next 3 to 6 laps, we'll see Venom come in.
Yeah, I'd say probably lap 16 or 17, because it does look like he's struggling quite a bit on these tires already. So, and he lets Jared by. Yeah, Venom's struggling on these tires for sure.
Yeah, and like you said, Jared getting left by Venom. Now these 2, second, third, and fourth, they're all really good friends.
Yos, 1. Nothing. No big deal.
No.
False alarm.
Now let's see if Venom will let Hugo by. Yep, there he goes. Oh, I'm gonna wash that down with some Rogue Energy. Thank you, Rogue Energy, for everything you do for us.
Sorry, that 3-second time penalty. Oh, Sky's way off. Sky's off the track.
In another dimension.
Not a great debut for him, although he has had some trouble in qualifying, which was unfortunate. But not a great debut for him here at BRL.
Venom definitely struggling as his teammate is catching him very, very fast.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the point in the race. We're gapping out a little bit here. Which has got to be a relief to some of the drivers after some of the shenanigans that happened earlier in the race.
Most definitely is Hugo sets the fastest lap time of the race. Boss Cookie throws on a pair of softs.
Yeah, Boss Cookie, I think he's just hanging in there to make sure, a few folks don't crash out. Maybe collect a point or two after all those time penalties and being, he's 54 seconds down on Sky right now. So,
And has how many, like 20? Ooh, I really like this camera
15
right
or
here.
18 seconds in time penalties.
Okay.
So, this is not a race to write home for from Boss Cookie.
Most definitely. Tough luck for him, though. Yeah, just really, really rough.
So I think the closest battle on track right now is Hugo behind Jared. They both pitted at the same time. I wonder if the thought from Hugo there was that Hugo just assumed he had more pace than Jared, although Jared just put up the fastest time. So I wonder if that's why he stuck out there with him instead of trying to
And there goes
undercut him.
New Zealand Venom. Into the pits. Where's he gonna come out? Deer Hunter's gonna pass him. Is Formula Rager gonna pass him is the question. I do not think so.
I think so.
Yeah. Definitely not looking like it. As here he comes out of the pits.
Oh, he does.
Oh, wow. It's Ferrari get by him, too. Can Caspita get by him? No. But Venom is going to be hot on the heels of Ferrari Nut right about now.
Yeah, you're good.
She's probably going to...
Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna have Venom on fresh softs, and you have Ferrari Nut ahead of him on 10-lap-old mediums. Ferrari Nut's trying to stretch his mediums to 20 laps, just like him. So you gotta be worried about his tires as well.
Those mediums are definitely going to be screaming at the end. Caspita, 3-second time penalty. And there he is. Venom all over the back of me. Ferrari Nut. 10 lap difference tires. So we're talking about around 2 to 3 seconds in pace difference. And a little bit of a block move there from Ferrari Nut. No match for Venom though, so he's going to get around. Up into 7th he goes. Boss Cookie gets the fastest lap time, but however it only counts for the fastest 10. For the top 10, whoever has the fastest lap out of them. So Boss Cookie won't get it. Unless something drastic happens. And it looks like Hugo's within a second now of Jared. So he's... Oh, and Hugo runs wide. Come on, Hugo. Immediately. Jared picks up a 3-second time penalty, though. Now it's within 1 second. Is he gonna have DRS coming down this back straight? No, he's not. He's just out of it. It looks like Venom's all over the back of Rager. Will he have DRS? Looks like nope, he's barely out of it as well. Looks like Jared's extended that gap to Hugo just ever so slightly. And Venom has gone around... No, he hasn't. Oh, here's the DRS. So Venom will have the DRS on Rager. As he opens the DRS, is he going to be able to get the move done? Down the
Nope.
outside goes Venom. He is. He's going to get past Formula Rager. So, Venom up into 6th. Now he is 14 seconds behind Deer Hunter, who is passing a ghosted boss cookie. Oh, and
Yeah.
Hugo's close to Jared again. I guess these guys are just trading off in sectors or something. Hugo locks up a little bit. Runs wide.
Yeah, he's having trouble.
Boss Cookie gets another penalty.
Is he going for it? Is he going for, what is it? Is it 30 seconds? And you're disqualified? Is that what it is?
Something like that. And
It's
Hugo's
30.
getting really close to the back of Jared now. And he's saving up his ERS. Can he get a move down this back straight? It's going to be close. He's going to have that DRS wide open. He's going to kick into overtake mode.
Oh,
He
he's
doesn't have a
going.
lot of ERS to use. There he goes. Jared's just going to let him by. So is Jared planning something?
Yeah, Jared
Well,
does
Chandler's
have
in
some,
La La Land.
Yeah, Jared does have some ERS saved up.
He has a lot of ERS saved up.
So he might be saving and just keeping with that, just trying to keep in the DRS range and saving up some of the ERS.
Oh, and there he goes. He kicks into overtake mode.
Oh,
He's
nope.
gonna have
He's not messing
ERS
around.
here.
He's going right back at him. Yeah, you
Oh,
can see
look at
this
that
over
run.
the last 7 laps. You can see him kind of trading off here.
Well, it looks like Ferrari Nut and Caspodar are battling currently. Ferrari Nut probably struggling a lot in those mediums right now, because they are 12 laps old. Caspa's gonna have the DRS this come around. Is it gonna be effective? Ferrari Nut's gonna slightly move over, and Caspa's gonna back out of it. So we're gonna focus back our attention to Jared and Hugo. The battle for second place is Casper gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We're on board with Jared. Gonna switch to the broadcast. It's been close between these two at multiple races ever since they both joined about mid-season. I remember, I think it was Jared who won his first race out in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Hugo's had a lot of success as well. So they've been nice additions, you know. I love talking to Hugo after the races. And he picks up a 3-second time penalty. I think that does put him
Equal.
one penalty. No, well, let me take a look. I'm gonna verify that.
I think it might be equal now. It looks like Caspa ended up getting by Ferrari Nut. We're still watching this battle for second.
Okay, so it appears if I did my math correctly. Jared has 12 seconds in time penalties, and Hugo has 9 seconds in time penalties. So
Either way, these two are not gonna give They're not gonna give each other any comforts when it comes to these final closing laps. Cause yeah, you can say, yeah, I got second, but you can't say, well, you didn't get second across the line.
yeah, you'll definitely see him battling them for sure. There's nothing going to be.
And Boss
easy.
Cookie gets another penalty for Boss Cookie.
Well, it's time for me to go to the count. Need to know.
His penalties are probably going to put him a lap down from Sky. Like, that's how bad it is.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boss Cookie has 21 seconds of penalties. Yeah, the field's kind of gapped out. The only race on track right now is Jared and
Hugo and Jared.
Yeah.
And if you will check your Discord for new pods.
Yep. Got it. Oh my gosh.
Another
We're
pen.
to 24. All right, boss. 2 more. We got some entertainment. Will Boss Cookie DQ himself
I'm pretty
out
sure
of the
he's
race?
ghosted. Yeah, it's not even him driving, it's his ghost.
Well, will Boss Cookie's ghost DQ out of the race? That's the question for the chat. Let us know what you think.
Yes, I think we're just gonna stay on board with these two for a while. It's a good battle. And these two are literally on identical tires that are identical age.
Boss Cookie's ghost is harassing the shit of Deer Hunter. And it's really enjoyable to watch.
I can imagine Deer Hunter from here just screaming.
Boss Cookie's ghost makes a move. Deer. Oh, Deer is coming back. Oh, they're even. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Jared both have the 12 seconds now.
And you know what Jared just did? He turned off.
Oh.
Oh, there. Nope, just kidding.
Oh,
You said it too soon.
There's so many penalties. And Jared's up to. Oh, Boss Cookie. The ghost of Boss Cookie. One more penalty.
One more.
One more. One more. One more. Yeah, if you go on board with Jared, Jared has the RPM glitch going on right now. It's highly annoying. Hey, yellow sector 3. Yeah, it doesn't look like too much is going on. Jared passes Hugo.
So. Interesting.
Yes, Blue Flag. Fill me in. Blue Flag, are you alive? Blue Flag is gone.
Yes,
I'm here.
I'm alive.
Oh, I thought it was over. I thought
No.
the rogue energy had done you in. Too much energy.
No, I'm soaking in my beautiful Vertigear gaming chair. Make sure you check out Vertigear and Rogue Energy. Meanfern gets a penalty, okay.
Dayton68 checked in the Twitch chat and said, with the new update, lapped cars are ghosts, but it's still him, by the way. So he's saying Boss Cookie is still racing, which is amazing. That makes it so much better that he was in there just mixing it up with Deer. And it also makes it amazing that he has 27 seconds in time penalties. I gotta yell second one. That makes a lot of sense. Thanks for the heads up, Dayton. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Not a professional. Not a professional.
Hugo and Jared are still battling, as we have 3 laps to go.
You follow along with that, with the important stuff of Jared and Hugo. Oh, yo, sector 1 and 2.
It's Boss Cookie. One of them's Boss Cookie.
It's I don't know if it is. Oh, I don't know what's happening to Boss Cookie right now. I don't know what he's doing. Boss Cookie's hanging out. Oh, Boss Cookie's off to the side of the road. Is he gonna park it? Oh, he's letting Ham through. Okay, all right. I don't know quite what Boss Cookie is up to right now. If you want to flip over to him real quick.
I think he's half throttling it. I think he may be trying to, I guess, trying not do another lap or another 2 laps.
Oh, that. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! He spun out. He spun out during the half.
He's definitely waiting. He's definitely waiting.
He spun out near the wall during that. Okay, all right. We gotta go back to the real action now. That's not Boss Cookie being a mess down there. You have Hugo and Jared. I think they should be even on penalties right now. Let me go verify while you follow along with them. No, Jared has 15 seconds and Hugo has 12. So really, his Boss Cookie picks up 5 seconds.
Oh no.
So Hugo only needs to keep within the 3 seconds and not pick up a time penalty. So if he just plays it safe here, he should end up with second.
Yeah. Definitely great battle. And what do you have for your pick of driver of the day?
It's really tough. You had Jared, who obviously went up 11 spots, so it is quite impressive. Although he did gain a little bit early, with some contact. So it's easy to give it to him. Only picks up 3 seconds just for fun. I'm gonna go with. And Venom had a good strategy. He's up 6 spots today with another just well strategized play. I'm actually going to go with Rager today, who has been in a serious drought since he moved up, back up to split 1 earlier in the season. He should out in 7th or 8th place. He can pick up some points. So good on him. I'm going to go with Rager for picking up today. Although you could easily give it to Jared or to Venom today.
I'm easily gonna have to go with Jared. I mean, 6 places, 1 lap. Come on, you can't do much better than that. So yeah, I definitely. Oh, yellow sector 2. Bet you it's Boss Cookie. Yep, Boss Cookie is half throttling, so he doesn't have to do another lap.
Come on, just DQ it. Let me see it. Chandler won the race.
And Chandler wins. Yep, Chandler has won the Russian Grand Prix. Jared coming along, but I think, yep, Hugo's going to take second, followed by Jared. And then here comes him.
If you go down to Deer Hunter, Boss Cookie is back there just
harassing him.
Just harassing Deer again.
Oh, so what a crazy race. More action-packed than I actually thought it would be.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot more action. They did get spaced out towards the end of the race. Oh,
Boss Cookie got disqualified.
Oh, he did. No.
Oh no!
He did it. He did it.
Oh my goodness! All right, so Sparky's gonna get 20, 25 lap old hards, and he gets ninth. And 23 lap old
Good
hards
on
from Meanfern, he
Sparky,
gets
yeah.
10th. And here comes Meanfern in 11th on brand new softs. And that's going to wrap up the race portion here of the Russian Grand Prix Split 1 live coverage. Stay tuned, we do have the post-race interviews coming after the podium, of course. As you can see, the American Chandler hopping onto the podium with an Aussie and a Kiwi to his side. And there's the celebratory champagne. So once this is done, we will begin to get our drivers into this party chat for post-race interview questions. So make sure you stay tuned for that if you want to hear your favorite driver talk about the race. Talking to you, Chandler Bossy members. You know who you are. So Deer Hunter and Sky, the only ones not to get penalties. Good result for them. So looking at the results, we have Chandler, Hugo, Jared, Ham, Deer, Venom, Rager, Caspita, Sparky, Meanfern running at your top 10, and then we also have Ferrari Nut, Sky, and yeah, that was all your finishers. Skeppy did not finish, and Boss Cookie was disqualified, so that's going to round out the results for the year of Russian Grand Prix.
Oh, Boss Cookie cracked me the hell up. How I enjoyed watching him win any of the winners in this top 3 here. Sorry about it, everybody. Boss Cookie disqualifying himself was really enjoyable to watch. Well, congratulations to everybody who made the top 3.
Alright, drivers, as you're joining in here, make sure you do check that box in the party chat so your audio can be included.
Yep.
Okay, and we'll start with Chandler. Chandler, you had quite the little scrap at the beginning of the race with I think it was Ham and Hugo, but after that you pitted early. You got the undercut on Hugo and Jared, and you ended up pulling away quite nicely and winning a comfortable race. How did that go to plan, so to say, for you?
Yeah, the start wasn't great, but, well, for me it was probably good. I am horrible with my starts. But so once I got past Hugo, my goal was just to pull a gap, and I don't remember what happened where Hugo fell out of DRS. I don't know what happened there. I did remember, not anymore, but I chose to pit early anyway, because I knew there's like no tire wear. And so I decided to pit early, and I was surprised to see Hugo and Jared go long. And that pulled out a little bit of gap, and then Hugo and Jared were battling, it seemed, for the whole race, and that just helped keep the gap stable the whole time. And eventually came the final lap.
Alright, and Pogs, if you want to carry on with Hugo.
Hugo, what are you doing tonight? How was that race for you?
It was a bit trash. Qualifying was trash. Race was trash. Until anyway, it was good until like lap 6 or whatever it was when at turn 2. But we won't talk about that. But yeah, but average. I don't really have a lot to say, to be honest.
Yeah, it did look like you were struggling coming out of some of the corners. We did see you,
Yeah.
kind of spin a few times. It's not something we generally see watching you race. So you did look like you were struggling a little bit. Is that right?
Yeah, I just drove a bit trash. I think got a bit thirsty on the throttle, so.
Well, for somebody that drives like trash, you got second place still. So congratulations.
Cheers.
All right, and then finally on to DRC Jared, my driver of the day. So Jared, if you want to talk a little bit about qualifying and what happened and how you managed to avoid all that carnage in the beginning to make up, I think it was 7 places after like 1 or 2 laps. If you just want to explain that a little bit for me.
Yeah, so I was just doing laps of mediums in qualifying, just trying to warm up, I guess. Came out of turn 1, got in the power too early and just chucked it straight in the wall, so that was nice. But yeah, I got a good start and managed to avoid boss cookie at turn 4 by nearly chucking myself on the wall, but yeah, and then just after that I had the pace at Allen and Chandler, but after pitting for these mediums I just kind of struggled a bit and getting penalties and all that sort of good stuff.
Most definitely, but a good result for you, and hopefully more to follow. So that's going to wrap up our stream for tonight. Tomorrow we do have Project Cars 2 V8 Supercars and F2. I don't think they're both live streamed. But Monday we do have Split 2's off week, so Split 2 will not be on the air. So come back next Friday for Split 1 with myself and Pogs once again, and we're going to be at the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka International Circuit. I would like to thank our sponsors, Rogue Energy, Vertigear, Into the AM, Gamer Grind Co. for everything you guys do for us. I hope to see you guys there and have a great day, and see you later.